For combat veterans, the ordeals they experience during wartime can create painful and unwanted memories, memories that may have an unsettling effect on a veteran's life if left untreated. But to heal these emotional scars, an accurate diagnosis is first needed, and VA is doing that in a new and innovative way.
It was his lifelong dream to fly, so Bob Michelson joined the Air Force, serving as a gunner on a B-29 during World War II. That's when his life suddenly changed.
Our airplane was shot down over Tokyo in May of 1945, and we were, of course, captured on the ground and put into what we thought were prison cells. We later learned they were the Emperor's horse stall.
For several months, Bob and 17 other Americans were held as prisoners of war in those horse stalls, treated brutally and fearing they'd never get out alive.
We thought if we don't die of starvation, they'll kill us anyway.
Now, more than 6 decades later, those horrible memories continue to haunt Bob. The psychological pain they cause him results from post-traumatic stress disorder. For generations, millions of veterans like Bob have suffered from PTSD related to wartime experiences. But there's never been a concrete way to diagnose the condition.
Finding physical signs of a mental disorder has been and continues to be the holy grail of mental health research.
But now researchers at the Minneapolis VA Medical Center and the University of Minnesota have found a reliable way to diagnose PTSD. Using this Meg Scanner, scientists can clearly determine that the brain can be injured not only by physical impact, but also by traumatic experiences.
Researchers took brain scans of healthy patients and those with PTSD. Comparing those scans, they found big differences in the right temporal lobe and in the way that communicates with the rest of the brain.
What does that mean? PTSD can now be diagnosed with nearly 100% accuracy, and by comparing scans over time, it can be determined which treatments are most effective and how well patients are recovering. But perhaps most important is that the scan provides scientific proof that PTSD exists, validating that this form of mental illness is real and helping to erase the stigma.
It confirms what they knew already, that somehow what they went through changed the way they thought and feel, changed their brains.
That long-term effect has surely been true for Bob Michelson, who says confirming his PTSD through the scan led him to treatment, therapy, and the ability to talk about his ordeal for the first time in 60 years.
Now that you can say, yes, we can prove that this is happening, it's a big step forward.
The symptoms of PTSD usually start soon after a traumatic event, but that's not always the case. It may be months or even years before they appear, sometimes coming and going over time. If you feel that you're suffering from PTSD, it's important to seek treatment. Remember, VA is there for you. For detailed information about PTSD and the types of services available through VA, go to www.mentalhealth.va.gov.